So you're thinking about becoming an Airbnb host? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 important factors that you should consider before you even think about becoming an Airbnb host. Hey there, my name is Joe Basaha, Joe Sells Miami. I'm a licensed real estate agent with Compass, and today I want to talk about the 5 most important things that you should know before you even become an Airbnb host. These are personal experiences as well as other experiences from hosts who have been in your shoes at some point or another. So let's take a closer look at these points so you can make an informed decision on whether or not it's right for you. Now, before we hop in, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to be notified of future videos. I come out with new videos almost every single week. So let's jump in. Number 1 is location. Is the property close to a public transportation stop, grocery stores, point of interest, and other restaurants? Now, every guest trip is going to look different. However, many guests will be looking for a place that has easy access to grocery stores, public transportations, and other attractions like beaches, restaurants, or bars that they might want to visit. So it's important that you consider the location of your home before deciding on whether or not this type of living situation would be right for a guest. So for example, if you don't have close access to public transportation or ride sharing, then you're going to have some guests that will have problems getting around unless they bring their own car. This could cause inconveniences and it might result in lower bookings. Also, if your property is in a location where there aren't many grocery stores or restaurants in walking distance, then obviously your guests are going to have difficulty finding food nearby. Now, on the contrary, though, it's also important to remember that many guests want to be treated as locals, not like tourists. So it is okay for them to walk around and discover nearby attractions on their own. They should feel like they're living in your city and not just visiting as a tourist per se. Number 2 is the quality of space. Does your home have the amenities that guests are looking for? Now, this second factor you'll need to consider is whether or not your home has the amenities that your guests might need during their stay. Think about an ironing board, a fully stocked kitchen with plates, utensils, cups, clean towels, sheets, free Wi-Fi, especially because we know so many people are traveling for business, air conditioning, etc. If you don't have these amenities, then guests are going to have a hard time enjoying their stay with you. For example, we know that a lot of people are digital nomads or they can travel remotely for work. So if you don't have a strong Wi-Fi signal, you're going to exclude people from booking their stay with you. Another example is if you live in an area where the summer heat gets very bad, especially here in Miami, and there's no air conditioning, then it will probably be difficult for your guests to sleep comfortably. The third factor to consider is security, such as how safe your house will be when having strangers coming and going all the time, or how secure your belongings will be when you're hosting short-term guests at your house. Will this living situation put you at risk for break-ins or robberies? Is your house safe and secure enough so that you won't have to worry about theft or violence? Number 4, cleanliness. Now, do you want to spend time cleaning up after each guest leave, or would you rather clean up all at once before they arrive? The fourth factor is how much work it will be for you, and if you like to personally clean the house prior to each guest's arrival, or alternatively, you might consider investing in a maid service or a property manager as an alternative option. This is one of the points where there really isn't one right answer. It just depends on your preference. Some of my Airbnb clients, they live nearby and they want to be involved. They like to be hands-on. Other people, they live out of state and they want to be completely hands-off. They have a third-party management company and they just collect the check every month. Self-managing or managing with a third-party company is totally your decision. There's no right or wrong answer. Number 5, cost of living expenses. What happens if the money from renting out your room doesn't cover all the costs associated with hosting an Airbnb guest? The 5th and final factor is one that is extremely important to think about before going forward with listing your property on Airbnb. What happens if a month comes along and there isn't enough bookings and there isn't enough money coming in from your property that you can afford making ends meet? Is this extra revenue worth potentially having financial problems or even worrying about an eviction for not paying your mortgage? This point isn't necessarily related to anything else we've mentioned so far. However, it's definitely something you'll want to think about before putting your home on the market for renters or for Airbnb. When coming up with a price point for renting out rooms, it's important to keep in mind that Airbnb works by charging guests a booking fee and additional fees such as occupancy tax plus state and local taxes. This information is crucial because all these fees are automatically tacked onto your listing, so it will affect how much money you can make from guests through Airbnb. These fees don't take into account any additional costs associated with housing, such as the cost of groceries or toiletries, or if you provide welcome snacks when your guests stay with you. So it's a good idea to have a budget and to factor in these extra expenses when you're considering how much money you might be bringing in every month. It's absolutely possible to make money from hosting on Airbnb, but there are definitely some serious factors to consider before you jump right in and take the plunge on becoming an Airbnb host. If you're committed to making this work and you've taken into account all of these important details, let's chat. In the show description below, you'll find a link to schedule a free 15-minute phone consultation with me. I would love to help you navigate our Miami unique vacation market rental. So if you enjoyed this video, please click like, don't forget to subscribe, and I come out with new videos every week.